everyone, it's Julia. So today I'm going to be doing Kim Kardashian's look that was on the cover of Vogue magazine. It's a very, very controversial cover. A lot of people don't agree that she should be, on the cover of Vogue, but regardless of how you feel about Kim, I thought the makeup that she wore was so gorgeous because this is like a perfect bridal look for those brides who want a little bit more of a dramatic look. If you're going for something a bit more smoky, a bit more kind of a nighttime bridal look, this would be perfect. I'm also going to be using the Lorac Pro palette for this look. A lot of you have been requesting that I do some tutorials with this, so let's get started. I started off by using the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer, which is actually the eye primer that comes with this palette. So I'm going to start off by doing the crease, and I'm using these two colors. It's taupe and mauve. So I'm just going to mix them together on my brush. And then I'm going to place that kind of just into my crease and working back and forth with like a little precise brush. At first, when I looked at this picture of Kim Kardashian, I thought it was really, really dark. Like I thought it was just all black and stuff, but actually I found some pictures where the look is a bit closer up and you can see it's actually not quite as dark. So I'll have those pictures on my website so you can go and check them out. I'm going to take this color, this is the cream color, and I'm just going to use that on a slightly fluffier brush and then just blend that out underneath my brow. Next, I'm taking these two shades in the palette. So this is called Garnet and this one's called Pewter. And I'm just sort of mixing them together right on my brush because it looks like Kim has kind of a bronzy, like a really warm brown on her lid. So that is just to achieve that, and I'm going to apply that right on the lid. And on the very outer corner, I'm going to take this color, which is a slightly darker brown right there. And this one is called Sable, onto the very outer third of my lid. Just kind of patting it in. All right, and that's just going to make that darker, that sort of outer part a little bit darker. Now there was one color that I used on this side that I didn't have in that palette. So it's this one by MAC and it's called Copper Plate. And it does look like Kim has sort of this grayish color also in the crease, and this I'm going to just apply right sort of on the very inner part of my eye and then blend it out. Oh guys, I just dropped my entire MAC neutral palette on the floor. It was sitting on the side of this table where I'm doing these videos, and I just kind of turned to grab a product and my elbow bumped against it and it smashed on the floor. All the eyeshadows are completely broken. I just posted a picture of it on Instagram. Oh my god. I'm so upset right now. I'm gonna try and fix it. Oh god. Worst nightmare. Things that can happen when you're filming. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do the colors on the bottom. So for that, I'm first going to use a pencil, and this one is by L'Oreal. It's the Voluminous Smoldering Eyeliner, and it's just like in a brown color. Pencil brush and blend it. Oh my god, all I can think right now is of my broken eyeshadows. You guys know what I'm going through probably, because you guys know MAC eyeshadows are kind of expensive. Hopefully I can repair them, because it is probably my most used palette. So, and now I'm gonna go in with Sable again and just kind of set that with that eyeshadow right on top. On the very inner corner, it looks like Kim Kardashian has sort of like a golden highlight. So I'm going to be mixing together these two colors from the palette. This is Champagne and Gold. And just put that right on that sort of very inner tear duct area. On my lower waterline, I'm going to use this pencil by Urban Decay. It's the 24/7, and this is in the shade Whiskey. It's kind of like a warm brown color. For the eyeliner, this is just to make like a line where I'm going to be applying the false lashes, and I'm going to use the L'Oreal Super Liner. And you don't even really need to extend it or make like some crazy wing. This is really just to cover up where the lashes are gonna go after. Once that eyeliner has dried, I'm just going to curl my lashes. I'm using the Urban Decay lash curler, and I really like it because it's like open on the side, because sometimes I find like the ones that are closed, it's just kind of hard to get your lashes in there. So this is definitely a really unique curler. So then I'm going to apply mascara. I'm using the Smashbox Eye Brightening Mascara. Alright, so I'm going to let that dry for a second and then do the lower lashes. And so meanwhile, I'm just going to go and fill in my brows. I do actually have a video on that, so if you want to see that, go check out that video. I apologize, my mic was actually off for this, so I'm just going to walk you through what I did. So I like to apply concealer after I do my eye makeup because that will give you, the opportunity to clean up any fallout and also to really kind of make the shape on the outer corner a little bit more precise. And then I used my Beauty Blender sponge just to kind of work that in and then soften the edges a little bit with a brush again. To create a nice contour, I use this product by Illamasqua. It's a cream pigment and a brush by Sigma, and this is really great for creating contour because Kim Kardashian always has quite a contoured face, and basically it's just underneath your cheekbones, so you can kind of make that fishy face, and then where it goes in, that's where you want to place the contour. And then I use this Ben Nye contouring product to really make that contour a little bit more intense. And I like this one because it has a slightly gray tone to it, which looks often a bit more flattering than bronzer, especially on fair skin like mine. So I just kind of swept that over the cream pigment that I applied earlier and really blended that in. And what Kim also does is she kind of has like a highlight underneath the contour, and this is really just to make the contour a little bit more shaped. So I just applied a little bit of a concealer by Maybelline underneath and then used my Beauty Blender dupe sponge thingy just to blend that in, and as you can see, it makes the contour a little bit sharper and a little bit more defined. So you don't have to do this, but I know that Kim does this a lot. And then I use this awesome highlighter by Kryolan, and this is in a really nice light golden color that looks great on fair skin. If you have darker skin, you might want to use something a bit darker, and I just applied that onto my cheekbones and then down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on the Cupid's bow. And then I also used this blush by NARS, and this is in the shade Amour, and I just applied a little bit of that onto the apples of my cheeks and then blended it outwards with the other products. Alright, sorry guys, I am back with sound. Hopefully that wasn't too annoying for you guys. I totally just forgot to put on my microphone. So now I'm going to just trace in my lips with a lip liner, and this is the Inglot lip liner 859, which is a nice nude. And they're great lip liners. And to top that, I'm going to actually use this lip gloss by P2. It's the Color Star Lip Cream in Brigitte Bardot. And I just got a little bit of that actually out, and I'm just using a lip brush just to be a bit more precise. So now I'm just adding on these lashes. These are just one of my favorite lashes. And they actually look really similar to what Kim is wearing. Like, she's got always really quite dramatic lashes on. Alright, just kind of pushing them into place. So that's the final look. I really hope you guys enjoy it. If you want to see more videos from me, you can click on either one of the videos I've got linked on the side. Make sure to also subscribe to my channel because I would love to show you guys more looks. Also remember to please rate this video if you liked it. Give it a thumbs up, and if you didn't like it, well, give me a thumbs down, I guess. And I'll see you very soon. Bye everyone.